coaching you. Who's asking you the tough questions? Who's telling you, man, you're the common denominator to all of your issues and challenges? Who's telling you, man, all day long you become the magnetic pulse that attracts to you both good and bad? I want to be your life coach. I want to be the one that cheers you on to the finish line. I want to be the one that you ask the tough questions. And it doesn't mean that I have all the answers, but it means that you have a partner, someone who believes in you, not the you see right now, but the you can't imagine, the you that you are to become, the you were destined to be. I always say we both need the positive and the negative. It's not enough to have the knowledge of the matter, but we must have the wisdom as well. For wisdom settles it. And that's what I want to offer you as you join me on the Coach's Corner. I want to offer you the wisdom of the matter. Maybe it might be relationships, talking about our campaigns for more, for life, the dark room for our subconscious, our spiritual journey. Whatever it is, I want to be there to encourage you, to build you, to challenge you, to cheer you on to the finish line. I'm qualified to do this. Why? Because I'm you.
Well, welcome to another edition of the Coach's Corner, and my name is Marcus Salet. Assuredly, I come to the table with my own personal and professional issues, but I bring some wisdoms from the scars of the journey of life from which I've traveled, and I trust that I can somehow earn the right to speak into your life. Don't lift other people up too much because they can disappoint, but use those people in your life to further your mission and accomplish your purpose. We all have a crack somewhere. Today we want to think about the thought, what makes you feel good? What is it that taps into the release of those chemicals that make you feel good all over? And after, there is no shame, there is no guilt, there is no disease, there is no, consequence or drama that makes you wish, for the good feeling that I was trying to get, why did I do that bad thing? Yeah, this is the Coach's Corner. Thanks for listening. Worldwide, online, in real time. All right, let's get right to it. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel good? You have to answer the question as honest as you can. For instance, have you ever noticed that Thursday, you feel more better on Thursdays than you do on Mondays? Why? Because you are anticipating payday. Have you ever noticed that you feel good more on Saturday nights or Sunday mornings for church than you do any other time of the week, perhaps? We have to learn what makes us feel good, but the feeling good that we're looking for is without the shame, without the guilt, without the drama. That's a different kind of feel good. Let me tell you what I mean. If you've been victimized from child up, young adulthood, in any way, shape, or form, not just sexually, but verbally, not just verbally, but physically, not just physically, but perhaps all three, not just directly, but indirectly. Perhaps you were abandoned, perhaps your parents divorced and there was a lack of communication. Perhaps, you grew up in a racially tense district, such as myself. If you were victimized in any way, the consequence of many of the things that we call good were survival tactics, and they are associated with surviving the moment of pain and not enjoying life and gaining if you will. And I'm just being reflective of myself, because a lot of the things that make us feel good is not good for us. But the pathway to how to make yourself feel good without the guilt, without the shame, without the consequences. I mean, this is a very thin line here. The pathway to that is learn what makes you feel good. For instance, I had to do a story on a group, and I took this person with me, and I normally don't use this person to cover the type of stories that I, on camera coverage. And the person did a great job. And I really didn't want to go and cover the story because I was tired. I had some other things I had to do, and I was trying to pick, okay, do I want to spend energy on this? But I must admit to you, the following day, I was asking myself a question. I was like, why do I feel so good? Why? And I went back and told the person, you did an awesome job. I'm very proud of the work that you are maturating to. And man, I just felt great about that. And I think it was the fact that there was some new equipment we were using for the first time. But I wasn't paying attention. I promise you, I was really tired. It started late in the evening, and I just was going through the motions to get there, and you see what I'm saying, and do my job. But the next day, I was wondering. I was like, why do I feel like I just won the lottery? I had to ask myself the question. You see, some of you depend too much on other people to initiate your good feeling. Hence why your good feeling is still hinged with drama for your mama, guilt, shame, defeat, whatever you want to put behind that. And so after I asked myself that question, why do I feel so good? Then I had an epiphany moment. We must learn what makes us feel good, truly good. Because I can hear somebody saying, now, I like to do so and so. That must make me feel good. Oh, no, wait. Remember, I said the good that you feel must be authentic and separate, standing alone from shame, pain, guilt, and on and on and on. Disease, drama for your mama. There is a source within us that we must learn how to tap into. There is a presupposition that we have about ourselves that it needs to be changed. For instance, many of you go to church. Well, some of you go to church. Many of you go to church. I don't know. And you feel good when you leave church. One time I shared a message. If it's supposed to be good, why do I feel so bad? But many of you, but you know what? So you have designed that pattern and you have milked it to the utmost. And I promise you, you need to make a change. Oh, stop going to church? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in order to find out the authentic good feeling, what makes you feel good, apart from others initiating it, apart from others, giving you physical pleasure. We're not talking, come on, bring your mind on up now, okay? We're not just talking about physical pleasure, because, see, the body can be stimulated and the mind can be aggravated. I need some help right there, okay? The body could be stimulated at any age, but the mental faculties and the emotional faculties could be, resisting you or resisting the initiation or the source of the pleasure, but the body in and of itself responds. I need some help. So while you may be having a good feeling in your body, you're not having a good feeling in your brain because the action or the source of the action has not been legitimized yet. And so this is where rape comes in at. People feel so bad when they've been victimized by a rapist because they're wondering, okay, I felt something, so it had to be my fault. No. Your body has a good reaction, but in your mind, you have not associated with that with a good experience. You have a bad reaction as well, but the body can have a good reaction, if you know what I mean. It could be stimulated. So the real question today is not how you stimulate your body, it's how to stimulate good in your brain, to release endorphins and other things that will just go all over you like you just won the lottery. Like you just won the lottery. Just like you feel on Thursdays right before payday, for those of you that get paid on Friday. Just like you feel on Sunday when your bishop or your rector or your pastor or your parish leader or your priest takes the roster. Or just like you feel right, when an election is on the precipice and your party wins. Well, that might not be a good one. But the point is, you gotta do your own investigation. You can't leave it to someone else, because when we leave the good feeling, when we leave that to others to initiate, we place ourselves and our good times under their control. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. What makes you feel good? Are you relegated to only the physical stimulation or the physical stimuli, and you have now associated what you are stimulated with on the externals with what stimulates you internally? There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference in what stimulates you externally and what stimulates you internally. Because, the most dominant thought is your next reality. So I ain't talking about who touching your body. That ain't going to pay you nothing unless they just actually giving you some cash, and then you know what that makes you. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want to be stimulated, it's your next dominant thought that is your next reality. The thought that you have the most is your next reality. Period. So we have to be author. So what we're learning how to be is authors of our good, authors of our good, authors of our good. Not waiting for church, not waiting for the praise team, not waiting for, someone else to initiate. Even a television show can make you feel good, but you get more and more raw, authentic experiences. Like I took my son one time. He had to go to a military training, and I took him. They were going camping, and so it was so dark we just couldn't find a place. I was like, okay, where in the world is this place? And I knew not to panic, because he assured me that we were in the right place, but it was just too dark because they were campgrounds the whole night. And so we went back up to the country store, if you will, back up the road, and we got everything but a flashlight. Anyway, we made a call because we couldn't get a signal, so we went back to the store and confirmed we were in the right place, but we needed to make a turn. We drove through several campsites, and then finally we came to his campsite with his battalion, or I forget what they call it, but he got out, he got his seal bag and everything, and went over there and spoke with the lieutenant and all that. And I was like, okay, I must admit I got back in the car. I drove out. All of a sudden, the thoughts that I had, which was about a year or two before, about camping myself, just getting rid of all of my, just getting away from the computers, getting away from the phone, just go camping. I promise you, I meditated on this for months. And then I forgot about it. I drove out, and as I was leaving, I was driving through the various campsites, and I promise you, I started thinking about camping again, and all of a sudden, I had that feeling of good again. It's just really, really interesting. You have more authentic good feelings when you initiate good thoughts and good actions and good comparisons and good connections. Not when somebody else initiated. Now they may confirm it. He confirmed or initiated something I had already been thinking about. You see. And so that's what I'm talking about. And just using it little examples. I think I might have told you a story about the shelf that's in Studio A. Studio B rather. And I said, I've been looking for a bookcase for that studio for years, so it had to be just right. It had to be just right. I mean, I done tried every kind of bookcase you can imagine. And then when I finally found this one, I was like, oh my goodness, this is what I was thinking about. And I must admit, when I first saw it, I was like, no, that ain't gonna work. Are you dismissing your good because someone else told you that it would be bad? Are you dismissing? Are you getting riled up about the bad reports about other people's lives that it takes away your good feel? You got to watch out for that. Enemies of good are also those who eat up, like Pac-Man, your good feeling. You're feeling great and good because of your initialized thoughts that release a greater reality within your mind, and now it begins to unfold. You see it peeking here or there, and all of a sudden somebody comes, and they get you all riled up over nothing. When you go back to investigate it, it was absolutely nothing. And you're like, okay, now I'm feeling like crap. What happened? We have enemies of the good feel all around us, never intending you to have moments peace. It's not the person, it's the atmosphere. Trust me. The person is just a vessel. The person is just a vessel. That's why we got to watch who we hang with. That's why we got to listen. That's why we got to somehow have some kind of devotion and prayer time. I'm not talking about some religious nothing, okay? But I'm talking about some kind of meditative time, quiet time, rest time, so that we can hear the good vibes. And everything that placates as good is really a front. Not everything that placates as good is good. People have mastered good vibes too, but you just got to be careful with that. Some people have mastered the good vibe to fool your behind while you sitting up there tomorrow. Yeah, I feel a good vibe from him. You lying. If you go a layer deeper, you'd be like, I feel a bad feeling. I got a bad vibe from you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't stand that. Well, I got a good feeling about him. I had a person tell me, yeah, if I like you, a whole lot of people gonna like you. But if I don't like you, you gonna see everybody else ain't gonna like you because people follow what I like. Excuse me? And who died and left you in charge? Why am I gonna hook my future and hang my good feeling on what you got to say? No, my most dominant thought is my next reality, not the most dominant thought that I'm allowing you to put in my mind. I need some help right there. What makes you feel good? You better learn it. And we're learning ourselves. No, listen. The key to personal success is learning yourself. You can point the finger at what they did, what he did, what she did, what they're doing. You can, even the Bible says when a man is tempted, he's tempted because he's drawn away by his own desire. His own desire. You can't blame nobody else. Well, when I was a kid, I was abused. When I was this, I was this. I was this. I was this. I was this. Okay. We're not discounting that. But listen, bad things are happening. We can't keep blaming somebody else forever. I mean, come on. We got to find out ourselves what makes us feel good. I feel good when I went down to shoot a public service announcement, you can call it that, for this homeless organization. Very nice organization, consistent, 52 weeks a year they own it, okay? And I didn't have a total good feeling, but I did something else. I'm not going to say what it did because I did it in secret, but I did something else that made me feel good to help them. What makes you feel good? You have been leaving your good feeling to so many other people. You've been leaving it to her and to him and to them. And your whole life is wrapped up in how others make you feel good. Now, that can be a part of it, but you cannot allow that initiation to be what makes you feel good. You have to make you feel good. And I'm not talking about the pleasurization of, if that's a word, I'm not talking about pleasuring yourself. I'm not talking about the external. I'm talking about internal. What makes you feel good? Because the true authentic feeling of good will release something in your life that you had not counted. But when your good is contaminated with things that are not authentic, for instance, you had a good sexual time, but the experience is not authentic because he doesn't have you in his scope other than your body, or she doesn't have you in her future other than she want to have your baby. And so you had a good time, but you didn't have a good experience that will propel you into more good. See, when good is authenticated, when good is pure, when good feelings are unattached from control freaks and drama queens, it releases further. It has further consequences for good. See, but when it's fake, phony, and farsighted, you ain't gonna get nothing but tricks and few treats, dirty at best, okay? The good feeling, the good that you're feeling, the feeling that you want to be good has to be authentic. And I'm just telling you, I'm being honest with myself, that we practice things that are not good for us, but they're supposed to be good for the moment. Well, I do that because my nerves, and I do that because I just get, I just get tense. We got to be careful with that. And I'm just telling you, I'm telling on myself. I would like to use myself. We got substitutes for good, but they're not good. I'm for real. We got a whole lot of substitutes. We got a lot of substitutes for what would be good. But it's not authentic enough to propel us to another good. You see, the good that we want to create is like dominoes. We want good to be connected to good. And then we know somebody's going to come and try to interrupt. Somebody going to try to come and take my piece, as the old mothers used to say, But the bottom line of it is this. It puts you in control. If you're only making yourself feel good based on the external, you are not in control. It's great. It is a part of the question. It is a part of the answer, but it is not the answer. Sex, let me just say it like this, is not the answer to your feeling good. Please knock that down in your calendar. It may be a part of the answer. It may be, a piece of the answer. But, this whole culture has centered everything around sexual ID and sexual, preference. And, she's bi, high, and he's, come on. Let's move now into the internal. If we're going to get to the finish line, myself included, because sometimes I'm dragging around lap 5, okay? We got to put things in perspective. When you release those chemicals within your brain from an authentic experience that tells you this is good, this makes me feel good. I told certain, they asked me, they explained this grave purpose and this great mission. And they asked me, would you be the leader of this because we think you have talent? And as they were complimenting you, you thought that was the good feeling, but you didn't get a good feeling until you learned to say no. And when you told them no, all of their eyes went left and their minds went right. And they were saying, what in the world, or who do she think they are? And you went back to your office, your home, you went back to your car, and you sat there and you say, why do I feel so good? Well, because you took control. You started from the inside out and not from the outside in, and you did not let somebody else control so they could win. Don't let me have to start rhyming. Y'all know I like to do that, right? I'm not a rapper. Don't turn me off. But every now and then I will say something that rhymes, since I do have the microphone and I have, for this space, dominated your time. You see what I'm saying? But seriously, what makes you, and you know what, and there has to be hundreds of things that makes us feel good, not just one. I gotta go to church and that makes me feel really good. Okay, that's one thing. Come on, let's grow now. Let's move. Come on, please. I go serve. That makes me feel good. Okay, let's move. Come on now. Because see, after a while, you can hide behind service. Because the service is initiating the good that you should be initiating within your meditative and reflective time. I need some help right there. See, we're at war on the inside here, and when I share these topics with you, I'm only sharing them because, man, I've been walking through the valley of the shadow of death here. But I'm not going to fear no evil, but I'm not going to tell no lies. Some of the good that we feel is not good at all. It's real bad. It may be a good turn on. I need some help right there. But it's not a good experience. And then sometimes you have to hold your peace to see the good. I need some help right there. I got to get out of here. I just got to go. Sometimes you have to hold your peace so you can determine the matter. I need some help right there. If you and see, and that's the other thing, you got to watch out for people who talk too much, because they'll kill the good that's sprouting up in you. Oh, I something pushed me. Okay, something pushed me close to the edge to say that one right there. There are good killers all around you. There are people that are substitutors for good. They'll do trade-offs so that you won't have to do good and feel good. And some of y'all are do-gooders, but you still don't feel good about the good that you do. I need some help, right? You need to hit me up on Twitter at Select USA TV. You need to hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/Select USA TV. You need to email me and tell me, Coach, go on and say that thing right there. You need to do, but you won't do it. You're a radio station listening to me and you won't do it. You like, Coach, that was a good one right there. See, because you know what I'm saying? You don't want to feel good. You just want to keep on feeling like you in control of everything and you running everything, and take your sorry behind on over there and feel good with a substitute. But you want the real thing. That's why you came to the Coach's Corner, and that's what you're going to get.
You're
listening to the sounds of your lifestyle improvement station.
Hi, Jamaica Chapel, College Park, Georgia, in the house. You're listening to SIBN Radio.
Hi, this is Ted Bones calling from Richmond, Virginia, and you're listening to the Lifestyle Improvement Station, SIBN Radio. Y'all turn it up now.
Hi, this is VJ Washington calling from Atlanta, Georgia. You're listening to the Lifestyle Improvement Station, SIBN Radio. So turn it up.
Hi, my name is Sonia Claiborne from East St. Louis, Illinois, by way of Carruthersville, Missouri. You're listening to the Lifestyle Improvement Station, SIBN Radio. Turn it up.
What's good? It's your boy Joe coming from Snellville, Georgia. You're listening to the Lifestyle Improvement Station, SIBN Radio. Y'all turn it up.
You're listening to the sounds of your lifestyle improvement station, changing the way we live. SIBN FM, powered by Select USA TV.